it's Naomi Finlay here. So, at this point of your renovation, let's say you've put in all the upgrades, the kitchen is looking slick and schmick, there's an awesome outdoor entertaining space, and you've even got the home staging stuff all sorted. Your buyers will soon be jumping over one another to take this property off your hands and leave you with a beautiful big profit. Now, how do you make sure that you get the best return that you can possibly get? Who are you putting in charge of making sure that potential buyers see your property in the best light? So you've put in all this effort leading up to this point in time, researching and renovating. The last thing you want to do is make the mistake when it comes to selling. So a wrong move here can literally undo and unravel all the hard work you've put in, costing you thousands in lost profit. So this is all about the marketing. Apple may have invented, in my opinion, the coolest tech products out there. But if they hadn't have put in the effort to show them off, nobody would have had a clue that it even existed. And it wasn't just sticking flyers in university dorms, hoping that people would notice. There was a lot of planning involved. So the same goes for your newly renovated property. Just because you've had an amazing property and you've done an amazing renovation, it doesn't mean that it will naturally attract the target buyers. It can only be a magnet to buyers if they're actually presented with it. And only then will your property be the apple of the buyer's eye. Excuse the pun. So, how do you make sure the necessary exposure for your property is achieved? Get a good real estate agent. Now, this may sound like something obvious, right? But a good agent is absolutely essential when it comes to renovating for wealth. And just like with any other profession, there are the good agents and the not so good agents, let's face it. And picking the right one can mean the difference between your property sitting on the market for months on end and your property being snapped up in a couple of days or even a week. And the former will eat into your profits. The latter will have you moving on to your next project with some deep pockets of profit. Now, choosing the right agent is so important if you want to get the highest possible price for your property with the least amount of stress. And once you have found the right one, it'll make things so much easier down the track if you're planning on staying in the renovation game in that area. So a good agent is a lifelong connection. So having a good agent up your sleeve extends beyond just the selling side of things. A great real estate agent can help you find leads for your next renovation project. They can even help you with negotiating side of things when you're buying your next project. So how do you get a hold of this golden agent? Do your research. Just like everything else you have done in your surrounding renovation project, do your research on this one because it is super important. The more you do now, the smoother things will run when you're selling and beyond. Luckily, finding the right agent isn't as difficult as locating a needle in a haystack. That's because when you're selling a property, you tend to go for an agent who is an expert in a particular area. I don't mean the guru in real estate where, they know absolutely everything, but one who, for a particular suburb, absolutely knows it like the back of his or her hand. So you could start by looking up other properties currently selling in the area. Online databases like realestate.com.au and domain.com.au will give you the names and contact details and even the photos of these agents who are working on these properties. Now, your research doesn't end there. Looking at these databases will give you a really good idea of who is available to you, but it doesn't give you much more than that. One of the best ways to narrow down your search is to get physical, and I mean getting physical by showing up at open home inspections. attend the open home inspections of the agents that you're looking at. And by being present at these inspections, you will not only be able to see the types of houses the particular agents are selling, but you'll also be able to get a really good picture of how they treat both the home and their clients. And that information is priceless. That's the stuff that will help you to decide between going with agent A or agent B. So you don't have to go freshly renovated houses only, or ones that have 4 bedrooms like yours. There is a way to gauge an agent showing off any potential property to any potential buyer. So imagine you are David Attenborough, for example. You are observing the agents in their natural habitat. You aren't interfering, you're just making mental notes for yourself. So here are some of the things that you should be noting down as you're observing them in their habitat. Number 1, how does a real estate agent communicate with potential buyers? So when it comes to buying a property, potential buyers like to view homes in their own way. Some like it when the agent gives them a lot of guidance and explains everything, while others like to just be left alone unless they have a question. So you should observe how the agent communicates with different types of people coming through the property. Is he using the same exact approach to all of them, or is he catering and matching to the buyer's needs? Can you see him selling your home in that approach? The second thing to look at is how is the agent acting at the inspection? Communication between people goes way beyond just talking. Body language plays a huge role in making people feel comfortable, and enthusiasm is addictive. So if the agent is bubbly and excited about the property, then that sends one message. Or is he using the same monotone voice and everyone and practically throwing flyers at the buyers? First impressions count, and it's not just the first impressions of your house, but also the person that you choose to represent both you and your property. So buyers will feel disinterested if they get a disinterested vibe from the agent. Now, the third thing you need to be looking for is the agent doing follow-up? Did you get a call after you attended the inspection? Follow-ups are a great way to remind buyers about the property they just saw and to give them more information that maybe they didn't get a chance to get during the inspection. Plus, if a buyer is really interested, they will want to know more about the property, and a follow-up call is a fantastic way to fuel that interest. Now, number 4, the fourth thing I want you looking at, was the agent on time? I want you to always keep in mind that potential buyers are busy. They might have plans to attend to, a different property inspection that they need to get to, and they can't afford to wait for an agent who is running late. Punctuality is key in a lot of things in life, and open inspections is definitely one of them. Sure, traffic happens, but if an agent has been in the business for long enough, they'll know that the sale of a property is banking on him being on time. So potential buyers who are kept waiting become frustrated, and they don't end up leading to good buyers or good profits for you. Now, the fifth thing that I want you looking at in regard to your agent, did the agent highlight the best parts of the property? Lastly, you've put in all of this effort in renovating a property. The renovated kitchen and the open plan living are now standout features that you want to show off. They're your strongest selling points for a property, for example, and you want them to be portrayed as such. So look at how the agent speaks about the property, how they highlight this during an open home. Is the agent doing a generic sweep, or is he honing in on the best features? Look at how the property has been shown on paper, and do you think that the photos do the property the best justice? So all of these questions and observations will help you zoom in on your perfect agent, and the agent will be an asset far beyond just selling this project at lightning speed and at record price. Thanks for joining me. Did you know I wrote a book all about renovating to create wealth and freedom in your life? I've added the link below in the description for you. Enjoy.